beautiful day out here in Africa, in Kenya to be precise, and still in Nyabohanse, guys. It's a super special morning, a super special morning. I'm thankful to the Lord. You know, today we are honored, or rather today we will be hosting a special person on the show, a brother, a friend, and you know, I'd say a Kenyan ambassador in an international country, and an educationalist, and now a content creator. Guys, today I bring to you a special brother, a friend, one and only
ANOTO in China.
Wow. ANOTO in China.
ANOTO in China.
How did you come up with that name?
My name is Brian ANOTO.
Oh, your name is Brian ANOTO.
So Brian is common.
Brian is common.
ANOTO is the only ANOTO.
Aha.
You guys, if you know any ANOTO, connect them with me. I'm the only ANOTO
in the world.
Internet, in the world.
You're the only ANOTO.
Only ANOTO. Yes. So if you find any ANOTO, connect them with me. So Brian ANOTO went to China. And with Brian now,
yes.
I said this name is very famous.
It's very, by the brand, everybody calls himself Brian nowadays, you know.
So, so I said I'm starting a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
What will be the channel be? So ANOTO in China.
ANOTO in China. And
unique
talking
name.
about China.
Yes.
Ni hao.
Ni hao. Ni hao, ni hao.
Yeah. Is that how they say good morning in Chinese?
Yes, it applies all the greetings. Ni hao. In the morning, ni hao. In the afternoon, ni hao. In the night, ni hao.
Not like us, you said good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So you can say ni hao from morning up to evening.
Up to evening.
So are you going to be teaching us some Chinese today?
Yeah.
We are ready to learn. We are ready to learn.
So basically, if you are meeting a Chinese for the first time, first you'll start by ni hao ma. That is how are you doing, and then
did I get that?
Ni hao ma.
Ni hao ma.
Yes, ni hao ma. That's how are you doing, and then on the other end you say ni hao.
Ni hao.
Yeah, so ni hao ma.
Ni hao.
Yes. And then maybe you can begin to know them. So you ask them their name. So ni jiao shen ma ming za. What is your name? Ni jiao shen ma ming za.
Ni jiao
shen ma ming za.
Shen ma. Shen ma.
Ming za.
Ming za.
Yeah.
Wow, so that is?
It sounds Maragoli. So ni jiao shen ma ming za. Ni jiao shen ma ming za is what is your name?
What is your name?
Ni jiao. What is ni jiao shen ma means what is your name? So you start by saying Wo Jiao.
Wo Jiao.
Clinton the Explorer.
Wow. Yeah. Wo Jiao. Clinton the Explorer.
So you can try it on me. Now
it's a little bit tricky.
No, you can do it. You can do it. We start.
I only remember the Wo Jiao.
Okay, start from the greetings, okay?
Ni hao.
Okay, put the ma for it to be a question for.
Let's redo that again. Let's redo that again. Okay. I didn't get it.
Okay, so ni hao ma.
Ni hao ma.
So I say ni hao.
Ni hao.
Then ni jiao shen ma means what is your name?
Ni jiao shen ma means
ni jiao.
Ni jiao.
Like Jiao Felix. Yeah, the football.
I know him. Yeah.
Ni jiao shen ma means.
Shen ma means.
Yes.
To mean what
is your name?
What is your name? Then I reply.
Wo Jiao Clinton.
Wo Jiao Clinton the Explorer. How did it take you to learn Spanish?
And then you say Nina, and you? Nina.
Nina.
So Wo Jiao. ANOTO Zai Zhongguo. ANOTO in China.
Today, black man ANOTO in China is teaching us how to speak Chinese language.
Chinese.
Wow. How did you? How long did it take you to learn Chinese?
I can say maybe because with Chinese it's a learning experience every day. When I got there, I enrolled for a Chinese class, and with the Chinese class I've been learning new words, new sentences structure.
And that is something that you do like every day so that you can perfect your skill and stuff like that. So guys, a beautiful morning. We are learning Chinese and we are hanging out with one and only ANOTO in China.
No,
you
are saying it wrong.
Yes.
You are hanging out with the one and only
ANOTO in China.
Yes.
So let's now take this interview
Yeah.
back to where you need to study.
Yes.
Who is ANOTO?
ANOTO is a humble Kenyan from Kitale, Trans Nzoia County,
Okay.
who is exploring his potential and fulfilling his purpose on earth.
On Earth.
Yeah.
Wow. From Kitale
To the world.
to the world.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
How did
yeah.
it feel up growing up in Kitale as a young
Kitale
boy?
is the most amazing. It's just like here in Nyabohanse, because Kitale is green. There's lots of maize, lots of positive vibes.
Actually, Kitale is, I'd say, an agricultural county because
Yeah.
most of the Kenyan, maize come from Kitale
Yeah.
and parts of Kakamega
Yes.
and Uasin Gishu.
Yeah.
So you
We call
grew
it
up
the basket of the country.
the basket of the country.
Yeah.
So that's where you took your education
Yes.
from the primary level
Yeah.
all the way to
Secondary.
secondary.
I'm those people who went to Nairobi for university. If not for that,
Yes.
up to now I could not go to the city.
Talking about university, which
Yes.
university did you go to?
There,
University of Nairobi.
of course. the
only university actually.
The only university that starts with the word
There.
no.
Eh?
You say there. It's like when you're saying ANOTO in China, you say ANOTO. Notice the pause.
ANOTO.
In China. So University of Nairobi.
Yes.
The University of Nairobi. The only university that is not named after a dead person. Yes.
How about maybe Nairobi is named after somebody you know?
In Kenya, I only know 2 universities.
The University of?
The University of Nairobi and the rest.
This guy is very funny, by the way. You are very funny.
Yeah.
So when did you go to when did you actually go to the University of Nairobi and what did you study at University of Nairobi?
I joined there around 2014 and I studied wildlife management and conservation.
Wildlife.
Bachelor's of Science in Wildlife Management and Conservation. Basically, in other words, conservation sciences or zoology.
Okay.
If somebody study of animals and how to conserve them and how to manage them. Yeah, that's what I studied.
How was the experience at University of Nairobi?
It was
Because I know I have a lot of subscribers who are from the University of Nairobi and they're watching.
You have a lot of learned subscribers from the University of Nairobi. Yeah.
Yes.
So it was an amazing experience. First of all, through that I was able to get to the city. Now getting to the city, it opened my eyes in lots of perspective. I pursued so many things and some I achieved, some I didn't, but I learned on a wide scale of life.
Yeah, they always say, it's a learning process every day. Like every day that you face, it's always a learning process. So after your university, off camera the other day, when I first met you, you were telling me you once tried out comedy and stuff like that. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so when you are new to the city, you see people are driving big cars, people are famous, people are moving. But your life is not moving. You're only moving in class. Yeah, so you decide because growing up we were part of drama and music in school. So we wanted to continue and embrace that. So hence I started. And people are telling me, you are very funny, you're very funny.
For sure, you're funny. You're a funny guy. You're a funny guy. So did you tried out, did you try out any comedies here in Kenya? Like any comedy shows here in Kenya?
I attended auditions for 4 years here
for 4 good years in Kenya. The only famous comedy show that I know of.
Churchill Show.
Exactly,
Although I've featured in some musical videos of this Okonkwo.
Okonkwo.
What is his name?
Major
and Madrax. And I've also featured in skits of comedians like Mamito, Ngamwaya, Papa Freddy, Terence Creative. Who else have I featured in their videos? I've also done my videos, I've done my music parodies. You can check it out on my channel. That's how basically my channel started.
From what I'm listening, or rather from what I'm getting from what you're trying to tell us, you've been doing content creation ever since.
Ever
it's
since.
Not like you've just started doing content creation the other day. Wow. How would you say the experience here in Kenya while you are starting content creation?
It was very, very hard. You see, like now I see people walk in Marwa's Gate and they live with 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
But for me, when I was starting, you have to come up with very authentic and unique jokes, not jokes from the internet.
Yeah.
And you need to, you are your own writer, and you need to rehearse and then go to present yourself on an audition table, go crack them, and then on Thursday then you repeat the same and then you go to the main stage.
Wow.
So by the time you are reaching that stage, you've done quite a lot. Yeah. So, and you have to perform and be patient. That time Churchill was posting on his YouTube channel, so you didn't have the chance to start your own YouTube channel. And maybe the only thing they were promoting was social media. That's why you see then comedians were so big on social media, but not on YouTube.
Yes.
But now with the YouTube space, people started exploring the YouTube option, and you can see now at least the social media numbers are merging with the YouTube numbers for the people who started.
For sure. Wow. So during all that time, you were still hustling here in Kenya. How did you now get the opportunity? Now it's time. You left the country and now you went to China.
Nairobi is a very tough city, but it's also a city with so many opportunities. So I decided after campus, of course I was doing so many things, but also I said, because I am a learned fella, I will also pursue my career and blend in with so many things. So I volunteered somewhere, and after the volunteership for 1 year, my boss called me. Although COVID came and we were sent home, so 8 months later he called me, he said, there's this opportunity, can you apply? So I applied, and later I was called to study in China. Although first we started online and then we went to China.
You're in China. So for how long have you been staying in China?
Nearly 8 months.
8 months now?
Yeah, 8 months.
8 months, and you already know how to speak Chinese?
A little, you say you already are. A little.
Yes, because going back, traveling to China, everybody speaks Chinese, and you need to now, know how to speak Chinese.
Yeah, sure.
So 8 months in China. What are you studying in China?
I'm studying masters in zoology.
I'm
just like the president.
Just like
what
the
did
president.
the president study?
He studied zoology.
Yeah, botany and zoology. So related
with
botany,
plants and something like that.
And he also studied from the University of Nairobi.
I can see this guy is a very big ambassador of the University of Nairobi. To my learned friends from the University of Nairobi.
No, you are saying it wrong. For my learned fellas from the University of Nairobi.
Okay.
Yes. So
some of us went to more university.
Oh, you went to others.
Yeah, I went to others. Let me put it that way. But here we are.
How are others doing?
Not bad. So for 8 months you've been in China. How would you compare life in China?
Life in China, economically, life in China is a bit expensive. I say 4 times more expensive than here in Kenya. Because sometimes you might find I go to the market, I buy one tomato for 3 yuan. So times 20, that is 60 shillings.
That is one tomato.
One tomato, and maybe you need 3, so you need 180. So it's a bit expensive. Maybe buying milk, you find that it's 3 or 4 times more. Things there are 3 or 5 times more than Kenya. So life is a bit...
it's a bit expensive.
Yeah,
As a black man, in China, did you face any cases of racism?
No, I have not faced any cases of racism so far. Never at all. In fact, the Chinese have been very receptive and very welcoming and very hospitable.
So no cases of racism in China?
So far,
people are friendly
and
there?
I'm honest. If it happens, I will tell you it happened. But so far for me, I don't know for others, but for me, no cases of racism.
No cases of racism. I just met you the other day. I was listening to your story, and you really have a very captivating story. And you started out as a comedy guy. You've appeared in a lot of comedians, their shows. What now moved you now to move from the comedy line and now to come to content creation as a vlogger?
First of all, I thought maybe when I go to China, I'll do purely English stand-up comedy.
Yes.
But now getting there, first I have, with comedy, there's too much happening behind the scenes. First of all, you have to think of the audience. When you are creating your jokes, you have to write them, you have to rehearse them, you have to look for auditions, then finally you have to go to the stage to perform. And at the same time, I have to study. So I thought maybe this is not the best place for me to study, to do my comedy. Because it will take too much time. Other than...
And even before you pick up, you know.
So I had this idea of starting digital content creation in China. But I was doing it, but I didn't know I was doing it. From JKIA, I filmed my whole experience up to China. And I saved that video, then I posted it 6 months later.
6 months later, yes.
So what really motivated me, I knew I would do content creation while in China, but what really motivated me, you know, when you are a black person in China and you have friends from Kenya, so when I used to go to the market, once I went to the Chinese church, once I went to the club, once I went to walk just in the street at night. So when I talk with my family members, dad, mom, brothers, sisters, friends, they tell me, I told them, today I've gone to the market. So they say, hey, show us a video and some photos. So I was doing that all the time until my phone storage was full. Then I said, now how long will I do this? So I decided I delete all those so I have a clear space on my phone. And then I start now documenting of my life experiences in China. And then I edit well, I post on YouTube, I share them the link. That way will save space on my phone and they will understand my real time, how I wake up, I go to the market, I contact the Chinese, how I buy, how I bargain, and so that's how I started.
That's how you started doing vlogging. So for how long have you been doing now vlogging? Like
merely 4 months.
4 months now.
4 months.
4 months. How would you describe the experience
so far
now as a vlogger? Should I call you as a travel vlogger or a lifestyle vlogger?
I do.
Or you do all?
I do. Okay, I'm a travel vlogger and a digital content creator, and I do this for fun. You see, this one is your profession. But this is my fun.
This is fun for sure.
Totally fun. But my fun might be serious than your profession.
Which is okay. You might have a point. You might have a point.
So I'm doing it purposely for fun, and so far I'm loving it because I get to tell the story of a black man in China. So people from the world can relate with my own experiences as a black person in China. They can understand China, they can come to appreciate China, and they can relate.
You know, China is a superpower. And it has one of, I believe, the second largest economy in the world after the United States. And my question is, how would you compare China in terms of economy and Kenya? China being a first world country and Kenya being a third world country. You as a village boy from...
Oh my goodness, China...
From really, Kitale to China.
China is really advanced, man. If you think of China, what they have achieved within the last 50 years, sometimes they normally say, there was a time China and Kenya, we were the same. But right about now, China is ahead.
Like so, a million years ahead.
So not so much hope is lost, but the Chinese put in the work. They're always hustling and finding better ways. Their systems are running, not like our systems, cornering. So we need to really be very honest with ourselves. We need to reduce, if possible, kill corruption, and we need to have proper systems. Our system needs to move, and we need to prioritize our own people, just like the Chinese, because the priority of our Chinese government is their people. And without, we can achieve a lot, and the next 50 years we can be somewhere. But most importantly, I normally say, you know, China is a big country. If Africa, we were not colonized, we could be a very big country, and we could be maybe the level of China, because there's also power in numbers. That's how China is also. You know, you can do something but you are a small country.
Yes.
You don't have the numbers. You can't compete. You can't compare the economy of 40 or 45 million people against 1.5 billion people.
For sure.
So automatically,
the level of output for the two comparison.
Even the flow of cash is higher in the billions of people, and so basically, the if we combine the countries, we'll have that power.
From my understanding, you are trying to tell us that systems are really working in China, unlike here in Kenya. So if here in Kenya we will streamline our systems and ensure that the systems are really working, we will reach where
achieve
China.
a lot, and people put in the work. You know, there's one thing. There's streamlining the system and ensuring there are no vices of corruption and the rest. But now there's the people. People in China, they work. They really work.
China is a 24 hours economy.
24-hour economy.
Unlike Kenya, which I believe may be a 12-hour economy.
And you know, China is ahead of us by 5 hours.
By 5 hours.
So it's ahead.
So by the time us we are waking up here in Africa,
they're already having lunch.
Yes.
But now in China we go for lunch at 11:30 up to 2 o'clock. So we go for lunch for 2.5 hours, and then that time people can take a nap. But in Kenya we go for lunch at 1 up to 2.
Up to 2, just for 1 hour.
And then from 2 to 5, but from China from 2 to 5:30.
I get that. Wow. Did you face any culture shocks while in China during your when you first visited China? Any culture shocks? What shocked you? Like, is this really happening here?
First of all, they are a Buddhist nation, and I'm a Christian, and to find a church in China is very, very far. So I just went to church once. So I thought of going again. Oh man, the distance is so big, so I don't go. So they are Buddhists. They have their own way of life. They have their own culture, which I respect. And let them be themselves because it's their country. The reception was the only thing that shocked me. Most of the Chinese, whenever they are seeing a black person, the first time they are seeing the black guy, or they are not used to the black guy, so you raise attention. They want to touch your hair, touch your skin, they want to interact with you. So if you are just fresh from Africa, at first you can find it is odd, but over time your friends will tell you this is how they behave. They're excited, they just want to. It's like a Mzungu when he comes, a white man. People want to associate with him, they talk to him. So it's the same experience. So right now, I'm moving on well.
You're moving on well. How about the food? You know you're a Luya and matters to deal with the stomach.
I'm not a Luya. I must insist. I'm a Luhia.
Luhia.
Notice the H.
Okay.
Maybe you are a Luhia.
I thought the H is just silent.
No,
so it's Luhia.
I'm a Luhia. Maybe you are a Luhia. You know, we Luhias, we are Catholics. But Luyas, ni wa Catholic.
So me, I'm Catholic.
When I'm Catholic, but I'm a Catholic. Yes. So I'm a Luhia. The H is capital.
So as a Luhia boy. From Kitale. Did you find any culture shocks in terms of their food?
Oh my goodness. Now, having been used with this natural, organic, authentic taste. And moving to China, oh my goodness. The food is not good for me. I'll be very, very honest. The food, they told me just try eating it,
Any ugali in China?
Okay, there's ugali, yes, but when you cook it, it looks like ugali, but when you put it on the tongue will say, oh, it's umamwa. So you just have to eat so that you survive. But the food in China, first it's too spicy. They say Thai rala, especially the Kunming city where I am. Too spicy. It has a very, very odd taste for me, but I'm adapting. I'm eating lots of potatoes, Irish potatoes, beans, green grams, sardines, omena, fish. Although I must say, Africa's food is the best.
It's the best. Wow.
So at first I was not adapting, but at least when I cook for myself, now I can.
Now you can adapt. So what do you call your favorite Chinese food so far?
None.
None.
Yeah, I like my African food.
You love your African
and
food.
I'm very honest.
This guy is a really typical African man, a really typical African man here in China.
Yeah. Although I ate a frog, I ate a donkey. Looking forward to eat a snake, but the best food is from Africa.
Best food is from Africa.
I'll be very honest with you.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
Have you dated in China so far?
No, I'm not dated, and I'm not going to date.
Why? Come on.
Because I'm just fresh and new in China. You know, when you go somewhere, you don't be kimbelembele. How do we say that in English?
I think kimbelembele is the one.
Don't be kimbelembele. So
yes.
First, check in, adapt, see their way of
No
life.
Chinese girls hitting on you?
There are many, man.
There are many.
I did a video about the nightlife in China. It will premiere in January. Oh my God. Someone saying, I love you. I want to be a friend. And I say now, hey, this one, you just met me and you love me.
And you're like, this is a man from Kitawaramba.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
ANOTO in China.
Yeah. So because I want to stick on my purpose, what took me there.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to mix. I don't want to pursue a woman. I want to pursue my purpose.
I want to pursue your purpose and your dreams.
Yeah. So once I'm done with that, then I can.
Then later you can move on to
when I understand them better. Because I don't sign up for anything I don't have a proper understanding.
Wow.
Yeah. So when I'm new, I want to learn. I want to know how their systems operate before making decisions.
Any moves, by the way.
Yeah.
Wow. I understand that.
Yeah.
ANOTO.
Yes.
Wow, it's really a good honor hanging out with you, brother.
Yeah, are we hanging?
You are such a vibe. You're such a vibe, you know. Me hosting you on this channel.
Same to you. I call you Mambo Beard.
Mambo Beard. Yeah.
I
wanted to ask you, you know, China being a first world country and we are here in Kenya, you know, for brothers like us who are still here in Kenya, we look up to people like you. What is that one thing that maybe you'd love to change when you come to Africa, or rather you can advise a person who is in Africa, maybe change this and maybe you can improve your life, or something that you normally see in China that you don't rare see here in Kenya?
For the government and their systems, we need to have a proper functional system which values the people, which protects the people, and which can take the people from one level to the next level. Now to the people also, we need to work hard, we need to raise our children properly with proper values, and we need to make them be very honest and respectable, and we need to teach them hard work. And with that, growing up, they will have that principles with them and will achieve a lot. And corruption is not, maybe it's there, but not as much as here in Africa. But I've not seen.
I normally hear in China, corruption is really treated with a lot of brutality. If you find any corrupt government official,
it's very, very dangerous to be corrupt in China. So if we can emulate that, we can achieve a lot. But let's put in the work. Let's be disciplined.
Putting in the work.
And let's be honest.
Putting in the work and being honest.
Yeah, and very disciplined. Yeah, and we will achieve a lot with proper systems and with honest people. And if we put in the work and if we maintain the discipline, we'll achieve a lot.
We'll achieve a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Do you see yourself staying in China after maybe you finish school, or you like to come back to Africa? They
have started proposing that I do PhD. Honestly, I've never thought of being a PhD holder, but masters, yes. Imagine my Professor ANOTO. Yeah, it's still something I'm still thinking about. Yes. But let me finish the masters first, and then we'll see what opportunity comes ahead. Yeah, so if the opportunity presents itself, you can decide to... Also, I'm a business-minded person, so the biggest bidder will win. Will win. Yeah, so we'll see when it comes. We'll see when it comes. Yeah, but I'm open to opportunities. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Thank you so much for agreeing to appear on the channel today. I'm really thankful, and I'm honored to have you on my channel, Mr. or rather one and only ANOTO in China. In China. And before you exit, we are not even exiting. Before you are not even exiting, we have one last question that I was actually coming to. Yeah. You know, we have young brothers
out here, sisters, friends who are just starting out, be it their YouTube career, maybe be it, you know, their careers in their respective careers. What is that one thing with your experience you'd like to tell to that person who's just starting out in life, you know?
There are high moments in life and there are low moments in life. But most importantly, you need to fulfill your purpose and you need to build an endurance. So those moments will come, but if you quit, then your story ends. But if you are persistent and you endure that, there's more to come.
Wow.
Yeah, and these words actually inspire me. Let me show them.
Yes.
Be fearless
Yes.
in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. Explore.
Yes.
Volume 9. This is, I must repeat it again.
Yes, yes.
Is it your own brand?
Of course. No, it's not my brand. It's just a nice t-shirt that I bought.
Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. Explore.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And you know, exploring is one of my principles of my, because for me I inspire people, I educate people, I entertain, and I explore, and most importantly, we discover. So I really connect with that word, and your purpose is important than anything in this world.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. A lot of words of wisdom from one and only ANOTO in China. And from what you've heard, consistency, endurance, and never giving up is what will get you to where you want to be in life. ANOTO, thank you so much. I really appreciate, man.
Yes. I kept my word.
Yes. And here we are doing it.
Yeah. I was leaving, but I told them, yesterday I told you, the most important thing for a man is
to keep your word.
Keep your word. When you say you'll do something, make sure you did it.
Wow.
So that's why I was remaining around this place, so that we have this moment.
Wow, and I'm humbled. I really appreciate, man.
Yeah.
When you go back to China, represent as well. You know, you're our ambassador there.
Oh, yes,
you are representing Kenya there.
Yeah, sure.
So represent as well. Hopefully we shall be coming to visit you there.
Welcome
in this coming few years, or even next year, you know.
With this exploring thing, you never know.
For sure.
Next time we'll be in China. And,
thank you so much, bro.
I really
appreciate.
Yeah.
And like we always finish it on this channel, average is the enemy, success is your responsibility, and change can take place when you are ready to flip the switch.
And the action never stops.
Peace out.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.